All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Kyler stuck out for the throw. Going deep right away. He grips the field before being taken down. Getting ready now for the second quarter. It's Cardinals football. They'll begin a new drive. 1st and 10. He's trying to push the field. He's there to send that ball away. Get complete.
Read and react. Now to read where the quarterback's eyes are going. And you've got to react as he begins to throw to get to a spot and knock it away.
On 2nd and 10, it's Murray. That's to his back. Big jump. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. That was a good adjustment on that.
What's up, Jamil?
When the back ended up being the
DJ Fred, you back? What's up, Fred?
Safe by man, bring it in. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. First play, Murray's letting it whip. On the move, hit it right. Take it in by the check. Down, but that is a big game and a new set down. Once again, it's 21 yards to pick up that 1st down. From the red zone now. He's got Andrew.
See some points, hopefully soon, as this 3rd quarter begins. We brought down as 25 comes in field position to start this drive. Rams offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. They'll begin with 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Chubb to start this drive. He'll get it up 5 at the 30-yard line. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Play clock has expired. We're not going to get this one off on top. On 2nd down, Allen. Good effort there defensively. It's knocked away and incomplete.
They got there in a hurry, didn't they, Mike? I mean, luckily for him, he saw that free rusher coming, and at the very least was able to get that ball out to prevent the sack.
On third down, they go with Chubb. It's a pickup. First down. Willing for a first down.
Nice pickup there by the back with an explosive run play. And it's important to point out, Mike, this offensive play caller, he's still working off that opening script. It doesn't necessarily have to just be the first possession. Using formation, using run game and pass. Unmix the defense and understand where to take the play on as the game unfolds.
And they will finally catch up to him and get him again.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to find.
Oh.
You can see 3 snaps. The quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
Set to go now on 1st and 10. Here's a handoff to Chubb. Takes it down to the 15-yard line.
Drive they've been able to put together, Mike. I think the key word is balance. Not having to rely too heavily on either the run or the pass. Continue to mix it up, going back and forth. Keep the defense off balance. A lot of success.
He'll get that into the hands of Nuca.
Great example of first down efficiency. You don't always have to go for the big play. Put yourself in a friendly second down. Now you have equal opportunity to both run and pass.
On second down, Chubb. He'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short. They'll look to pick this up 3rd and a yard. Play action. It's Allen. He'll get the run out to his point. And they'll stop at the short goal line, but they're going to have enough to convert. It's going to be 1st and goal.
It just comes down to everybody understanding the situation. You realize, how many yards do I need to get for the first down? And just make sure at least one of my receivers is past the sticks. That's where they went with the ball. They're able to convert.
Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. They're trying to run the Robinson. He slams it in there.
They think back to their first possession of this game, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second fifth.
What's up, Kamal?
Seven nothing is our score as this pick is sent into the air. Jones now on the return. He'll get this 20 to 21 down shy of the 25-yard line. The Chiefs offense getting ready for their opening possession of the second half. They'll be hoping to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 our score as this drive begins for the first down. Now, Jones. He'll be taken down all the way up past the 45. And it's for much more. 22 yards on the first play of the drive. This is Jones. He'll be brought down on what will be the final action. And he goes down.
certainly going to spend their best in terms of pushing the passer. When you find yourself with a lead here in the fourth quarter, no better time than the next rush to come along and see if they can close this game.
They need one look at third and long. Shotgun now for Joe. On the field, it's not very good big trick.
Taking the ball away has really become an art form in the NFL. Some teams are good at it, some teams not so much. But in this case, great job by the defense. Take that.
And a nice run. Get him about 9. It'll bring up second down. They'll go play action. Here was Allen. Percentage will be a game ceiling touchdown right here. First down and goal. Here's a run. And Bunker on for the extra point. He's done. And the Rams will have 14. Both teams ready to go once more as the kicks away. Jones now on the return. He'll work this one past the 25. Doing it on the 28-yard line. This is first and 10. They'll drop to throw. That's Jones out of the backfield.
Pedro, 74 Pedro. Hey, Pedro.
So after picking up some
Yo. Oh, that's working.
brings up third and long, and most of the time, they just played the game right. We all know that's the difference between winning and losing. And now after that throw, we'll see. Can they capitalize on this extra possession that they just stole?
Great tight ends in the game to start the drive. They'll go with Chipper. Not much happening there. Just a short game. Seems to call the first of their timeouts. Stop does just over a minute to play in this one. On play action, Allen. Going up top and
Yeah, because you went too far.
turning the ball loose and forcing third down. They'll bring St. Brown in motion.
I think this is one of those plays that when the ball carrier watches his back in the film room tomorrow, he'll be frustrated with himself. If he could just have made that one guy miss, he picks up the first down. Instead, he gets brought down short of the sticks. Now they got a fourth down decision maker.
And that's going to run out of speed. It comes up short. No good. And this will stay a 2-possession game. Here's first down. Throwing, Joe. It's to the ground. It's incomplete. There was a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down. Here's Jones to throw. Intercepted.
It's no secret. This offense has severely struggled to sustain drives this entire game. And the scoreboard, for the most part, might not reflect that. I mean, that interception should, in essence, put an end to any lingering hope of a last-minute comeback.
They'll start on the ground with Chubb. They'll take this forward for about 5. PC going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop with 25 seconds remaining on the clock. They'll come up here on second down and 5. Once again, it's Chubb. He's back.
Pedro, you still in the chat?
This has been the story of the entire game, Mike, is just how well this defense has played, particularly against the run. There has been nowhere to operate for this offense, and it continued here on this last play.
And that is incomplete.
So on a day where he's completed, give or take half of his passes, Mike, you have to imagine there's a handful of throws he'd like to have back. And I think that last one falls in that category. But the biggest thing, and most fortunately for them, they find themselves with a lead despite a bit of an up and down performance out of their quarterback.
The offense not coming off the field, and here's fourth down. They'll try and throw for it with Allen.
Shit.
Big time rush, and it will lead to a turnover on down.
So the key to this fourth down stop defensively was their ability to flush the quarterback at the pocket. Anytime you can do that, you shrink the field and limit the quarterback's options. And in this case, you can't find anyone, and ultimately, he goes down for a huge fourth down stop. Nice example there, Mike, with the quarterback just being smart with the ball, understanding it didn't quite develop the way he had intended. Throw that ball out of harm's way, make the play another down.
On second down, here's Jones. A ball deep for the end zone. Is intercepted. Picked up by Patrick Surtain. And the Rams are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. The veteran D'Amico Autry brings them down. It's a second and 9. So now they'll throw it without it. This one, deep downfield for Chase. And the offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
Drastically different things waiting for these two squads on the sideline as they run. I mean, we can hear the defensive sideline celebrating all the way up here. I mean, back-to-back drives, they come away with the takeaway. Now, the offensive sideline, there's no celebration awaiting. It's coaches looking to gather their guys together and say, look, we've got to have ball security. If we don't protect the football, we have no chance.
They'll work down on second and 4.
careful, Mike. You find yourself waiting in the second half. Human instinct says, all right, let's just sit on the ball, protect the lead, let the clock run out. You can't do that. Stay aggressive. Do what got you here. Continue to mix the run with the pass and keep your foot on the gas and try to extend this lead.
Here's Pacheco. Instead of second and goal. Watch on the floor. George Pickens. Touchdown Cowboys.
What's up, Con?
He comes on.
What's up, L Jazz Con?
The kick is good. The Cowboys are out to a 10-0 lead. After the touchdown, it's Grumpy to kick this one away.
I'm losing right now.
Here comes a return from the nine. This place for the drive to start. Giants offense ready for their first possession of this second half. And nothing doing from the offense just yet. Down 10-0. As they go up with 1st and 10. He's going to try it here at the 10. Contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively. I mean, just as the ball was arriving, and it'll be second down. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. It's second down. From the gun to Allen. He'll run it. To the offense. They're going to go there. First down, LA. And after the gun, here's Allen. And this time, gets home. And down he goes.
Appreciate the idea of keeping the play alive, right? Giving as much time as possible to your targets to uncover downfield. But you also have to play to your strengths. You got to know the type of player that you are. In this case, doesn't have quite enough speed to get away. So
and it's going to be 3rd down.
rough sequence over these last couple plays. 1st down sack, 2nd down big play attempt falls incomplete. Now to make matters worse, you've got to operate in 3rd and long on a defense that knows they can just pin their ears back and try to get after the quarter.
And he'll get a good chunk of that yardage back, but he's still well short of the 1st down. The punter remains on the sideline. They're going to line up and go for it on 4th down. They'll indeed go for it with Allen. This ball incomplete. The defense up to the challenge there. They force the incompletion and take the ball on down. The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. Not up there. Maybe. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, here's Watson. Looking back complete to Isaiah Pacheco. We work out as we tip towards the end of this 3rd quarter. So, points at 8. From the 35, it's 1st and 10. That will run with Pacheco. And that one back to the line of scrimmage. Here's it. Frustration of the running back space as we get covered up off the ground. There was just nowhere to go. At the moment he was handed the ball, give credit to the defense. Great job. Once again, it's Pacheco. Field manage only about 3, so it will bring up third down. So, 2 minutes to play here in the second half. Bringing eyes back for the conclusion in a moment. You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's third down.
Yourself in this situation. You're defending your own goal. You've got to take some chances. You've got to try to force a turnover and make a play. Get off the field. That's exactly what this defender did. Takes a chance, bets on himself, and comes away with a pick to save them some points.
He got rid of that one quickly before the receiver knew what was going on. That's incomplete. He was looking for A.J. Brown that time. And it'll bring up second down. Here's Allen to throw. To Brown. Here. 25-yard line. They've got all 3 timeouts left, but need to score quick. It's first and 10. Now pass deep for St. Brown. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively. The man just as the ball was arrived, and it'll be second down. They go play action now. Here's Allen. He's going to dial up another deep ball. It's going to be incomplete. That time, the contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down. St. Brown, the receiver he was trying to target, and it'll be third down. Play fake. Here's Allen. Going to look downfield once again. Here we go. Here gets what could be the final play. It's fourth down. I'm going to throw again.
Yo! You kidding me? Wow.
On down. Their offense ready to make their way back onto the field. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's first and 10. Powerful running there, stiff arming and play for a gain of 6. They'll stay on the ground and stay with the check. No getting on the ball.
There's just nowhere to go. Right? We ask these running backs, Mike, to do a lot of work, find space, create something into nothing. Well, this time, he was able to create nothing.
Here we go. One final play.